Greetings fellow mammals, at level 44 you will unlock the 12mm auto shotgun. Here is my recommended loadout, although I will get to why I don't recommend this entire weapon at all in just a moment. And spoiler, it will also not stay in A tier. But let's analyze why that is. Just for your information, the values you will see here are all tied to the short barrel. First we have flechette shells. Is that a one-shot range of 30 meters? Damn. What about buckshot? Okay, but at least with buckshot we get an additional 11 and 21 round magazine option compared to the default 9 rounds flechette also comes with, so I guess that's nice. Last and least, the slugs. Again, these have no one-shot potential, not even with a headshot. Additionally, the velocity is horrible, the accuracy is dog shit, and the recoil is atrocious. And just in general, they suck ass in this entire game, no matter on which gun. Don't use slugs. That leaves us with flechette and buckshot. Now the advantage of having 21 rounds compared to 9 on a fully automatic shotgun should be obvious, but here is the first and also the main problem. The spread on this weapon is absolutely horrible. Since they reworked the shotguns and especially this one, it has fallen so far from grace. Recording the background gameplay was incredibly annoying. It feels so insanely inconsistent, I didn't even feel comfortable engaging in one-on-ones outside of 10 meters, and for some reason it felt slightly less awful with flechette. There is no logic behind that as far as I can tell, but it's just what I found from using it. Either way, this gun sucks now. So for my loadout I prefer flechette in the first slot because for some reason it worked better than buckshot for me, and then the 21 and 11 round buckshot in the other two slots. Honestly, you should try buckshot and flechette yourself and see what works in your case. Although I would say nothing really works anymore. For the barrels we want the short barrel, because otherwise we are even more likely to lose in close quarters. I know this barrel has been nerfed additionally in regards to spread increase, but I tried both the suppressor and the default barrel and I didn't see any improvement in actual gameplay. So I would rather have a slightly increased chance of winning in close range than a negligible buff for range where you don't kill shit anyway. And by the way, I don't really see the point of this suppressor. It lowers the damage of each pellet and you can't get full stealth either. It can't hurt to still carry it though. For the underbarrel portion, as I explained in the MCS video, none of these do anything unless you use slugs, and you should not use slugs, so all of these are nothing burgers. Pick one that looks cute, I guess. For the sights we get a limited selection, but at least I can have my red dot and thermal, and for the obstinate among you, you can use this 2x sight whenever you use the slug shot, but you shouldn't. And that's all we can do for the loadout. Time to talk tiers. Just for clarification why this even is in A tier right now, this gun used to be insanely busted. The spread circle was just as big as on the other shotguns, and with such precision you could mow down entire teams during a flank. But those days are long gone, so how far should it drop? If you ask me, D tier seems appropriate. This weapon does not fail completely, but it also just barely passes. It works on very specific maps at very specific ranges, but unless you are poking the enemy with the end of your barrel, you will likely lose against ARs, SMGs and even other shotguns. I can understand nerfing the short barrel considering how broken that was, but then you could have at least let the default barrel remain as it was. But as it is right now, I don't recommend using this weapon at all, unless you exclusively play Redacted or Team Deathmatch, I guess. But even then the NVK shotgun is better in my opinion. But that's it for today. I will see you on the battlefield. Sorrow out.